Hi everyone, Doris Cohen here. I want to talk a little bit about the real message of Hanukkah. When we first learn the story of Hanukkah, it's often touted as a war between the Greeks and the Jews. And we learn that year after year, hopefully until you get to older grades, in which you learn that it was a little bit more complicated than that. The first leg of the war actually began when Matityahu refused to sacrifice to a pagan god, but instead one of his fellow Hellenized Jews chose to do it. Matityahu, in anger, killed this Hellenized Jew, killed the Greek officer, and abruptly ran to the mountains, and that's where the war began. The first few years of the war was actually Jew against Hellenized Jew, where the Maccabim would go into these cities of Hellenized Jews, wiping them out and massacring them, forcefully circumcising them, and taking down their idols. Eventually, the war expanded to become a Greek versus Jew war. But I think it's important to note that the beginning of this war began with Jew versus Jew. Rabbi Sachs once said, anti-Semitism is a them problem. There's not very much that we can do, aside from education and enlightenment, to really combat the anti-Semitism. I believe that one of our biggest weapons against anti-Semitism is strengthening our own selves, strengthening our own morals and values, our own dedication to lives of Torah, and also our tolerance for other Jews around us. Even within our community, we have many different factions, and at times it could be difficult to tolerate someone who thinks differently or who practices Judaism differently. And what I think the real message of Hanukkah is to recognize that we are weakest when we are splintered. And in order for us to be a strong enough force against the outside enemies, we need to be strong from within. And we need to learn love and tolerance for each other, no matter how different we are, while at the same time continuing in our dedicated lives to Torah, continuing to commit our lives to Torah, and continuing to enlighten not only outsiders, but also our own selves about the very amazing lives and gifts that we were given from HaKadosh Baruch Hu through his Berit with Torah. Happy Hanukkah, everyone, and I hope that we could shine a light on anti-Semitism together.